Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.wordpress.com. Thank you for joining me again today, and we are making this fun card featuring DSP today, Designer Series paper, these lovely pattern papers. And this is in the Dragonfly Garden suite of products. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So this isn't my normal style of card. It's quite bright, using lots of layers and stuff in terms of paper. But I wanted to give the technique a little bit of a try. So as a result of making this card, I've ended up with these bits and pieces left over. So I thought we'd try and make another version of the card with what was left, basically. So all these are from the, like I say, from the Dragonfly Garden sort of suite of products. So we've got some double-sided Designer Series paper here. So my immediate thought is to sort of stick with the nice striped background. So I've got a white card base here. So it's going to be too long for the moment, but we'll just play about with what we've got. So on my original card, this was 3 inches wide, so this is going to be 3 inches too, 6x6 paper. I've got a nice strip of this coral, which could go across here, but we want something to go between that, I think, so we need some kind of another rectangle that can sort of sit and overlap between all of those. Okay, so what I think we'll do, we'll trim this down to what it needs to be. So we'll bring in our fantastic paper trimmer. So like I say, that's going to be 3 inches anyway. So we would normally cut that down to 5 3/4. So we can do that, and that will fill up that side of the card. So we've got that bit. How wide is this? That's 4 inches wide by about 2. Yep, maybe just a little bit more. Must have just been an off cut. So we want this to be what, about 3.5? Should we try 3.5 inch square? Let's try that and see how that looks. On our layout. So if we put that down like so, this can go over the top. So we've got that border there, and that over the top of that. Yeah, that's cool. Let's have that further up rather than in the middle. So of course got a peak of the blue underneath and then some more blue at the top. Could have it lower down. But yeah, so how's about that then? How's about we go with that? And we've still got these bits that we could make something with if you wanted to. Okay, so this piece we know will go down nice and straight, so we'll get that down first. And as I discovered with the original sample, the top two, because you're kind of eyeballing the borders, they didn't necessarily line up, which was a little bit annoying. So there was just a little piece of the yellow peeking out behind there. So what I think I'm going to do is put this coral piece on top of the Misty Moonlight before I add it to the rest of the cards, and then I know that this bit's lined up, and then I can make sure that this bit's lined up. I think it will be clearer once I do it. So if I just put some adhesive on that side, stick that where I want it on here. So that edge is clean. And then we can line up this coral piece with this piece of yellow bumblebee, and then everything should look like it was intentionally placed. There we go, and that's not too bad a border on the edge. So there we go, easy peasy, right? Okay, so let's grab some white cardstock so that we can stamp and punch our dragonflies. So what colour shall we do them? I might stick with the Misty Moonlight and Calypso Coral combination actually, and I think the Moonlight dragonfly would actually stand out a little better on there anyway. So let's stick with that. Grab our Misty Moonlight ink pad and the dragonfly. So there's two dragonflies in the set, one with a solid body and one with a body that's more open that you can colour in. But we're just going to go with the solid one and get that stamped. And I'm doing it twice so that we can get that nice layering going on. Okay. Just pulling my drawer with my chamois there, if you heard that noise. So that's going to just take a minute to dry. And then we'll use our Calypso Coral ink for the sentiment. So we're using the rectangle postage label. I've been using this a lot recently, and I don't think I realised how useful it was. But it's really great for sentiments and just putting something behind another feature on your card. So this is Calypso Coral with the sentiment, which I'm going to put somewhere around there. Doesn't matter if it's a bit off because we're punching it. Okay. So our dragonfly should be dry now. So we can line those up really nice and easy. So I just look to make sure that the head and body is lined up nicely. Get those. You do get those extra little tiny dragonflies as well. I was going to add them to my original sample, but I decided against it. You of course may decide you want them, which is also fine. Okay, so that's our dragonflies done, and then we'll do the same with our postage label. We'll slide that in. I want it towards the bottom of that label, so I'm just going to line that up somewhere about there. Oops. Lovely. Right, stack those up so hopefully they won't fall over. So there we are. Right, we'll pop this onto some dimensional adhesive. Just got some little these are the edges of my sheet that I've used up, so I can use that. Waste not, want not. So again, that's sort of, I don't want it in line with that line there, you see. In fact, I think I want it to overlap that line a little bit. It's all about layering and overlapping and things like that. But maybe just thinking about where the dragonfly is going to go. Yeah, it will fit like that. Yeah. So I was going to put that quite low down, but it's too close to that edge. So I want everything to sort of overlap, and it just adds all those really interesting lines to things. Okay, so our dragonfly bodies, I'm going to crease the wings down on this one and up on this one, and glue them together. Just a little bit of wet glue, don't go mad with your glue, otherwise it'll scrunch out the sides, and it's really strong, so you don't actually need a lot at all. Just line up those bodies and just hold them in place for a moment. Just going to hold on to that just for a second. There we are. And then again, this is going to go on with dimensional on the back of the body there. So it's still got dimension. And of course, you can add some Wink of Stella on the top of that as well. So we'll have him flying off over there. Let's grab our Wink of Stella, shall we? Really lovely no mess glitter. And we'll go over that body with that. It's really, really nice and subtle, but it just adds a little bit of interest to your card. And that's it. Simple. I'm not going to add any rhinestones or anything, because I think without, it really lends itself to be a masculine card as well. I don't think there's anything too feminine about that. Okay, so I'd love to know what you think. A little idea. It's great if you've got little odds and ends of pattern paper lying about. Really nice technique to do. So there you go. Thanks ever so much, everybody, for joining me. Please click below in the description where there will be some shop links for you. It'll take you straight to the online store if you wish to purchase any of the products I've featured today. Thank you so much. Please stay safe, and I hope you join me again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.